Where is Andrew Jack, for goodness sakes? Today we are having a three-way comparison between Martin Fitzwater, Behrooz Tabani, and GOODVito, Vitaly Ugolnikov. This is a fan request, voted on, and that's why there's no Andrew Jack. Would you like to see the other ones? I would. Get this video up to 300 likes, we will do all of those. But back to this comparison, of course, Behrooz Tabani tossing his name in the hat of Olympia competitors. So these three dudes may very well be standing side by side come Olympia time. We are 1 week away from the biggest event of the year. Well, aside from the Marks Max Invitational. For those of you who did see that video that I did post yesterday about the Marks Max Invitational, I owe a huge debt of gratitude and a huge thank you to several people, including Floor 2 Records, Existential Crises, Baby Please, and Andre Delivieres, I believe. But either way, folks, those three donated money to fund the Marks Max Invitational. But yeah, every little bit helps. But I owe all of you guys a thank you for even tuning into these comparisons. I mean, where else are you going to see these three? Well, I guess Project Bodybuilding, he might do the same comparison. I have to say, Behrooz Tabani, he is so much taller than Martin and GOODVito. Sorry about GOODVito, get him lost in the mix here. Kind of focused on Behrooz and Martin, because I'm telling you right now, Martin Fitzwater, and this is the last time we've seen him at the Pittsburgh, if he brings this version, he will, in fact, be in trouble. Not only from Behrooz, but GOODVito as well. Two Olympia virgins right here, folks. So this is going to be interesting. We don't know where they're going to land. I can tell you where I'm going to put them. I got Behrooz. I got Martin last place. Behrooz and GOODVito battling it out. Now here's the front lat spread. Another easy victory for Behrooz Tabani. Now the wheel size, GOODVito. Hey, this is from the Detroit Pro. There was no front lat spread from it was the Arnold Brazil, something of that nature that GOODVito won. But I think the saving grace here is that it's not the best pose for him. His lats are a little bit high. It's how he strikes the shot. His wheel size, as well as Martin's, may be too much for Behrooz, but I think I'm making an excuse here. I think honestly, Behrooz, he's been riding under the radar. Hey, he's been defeating top flight competition. Bonac, then Bonac again. I think he beat Bonac a few more times. But all jokes aside, I mean, William Bonac, he's a great bodybuilder. And to just get decisive victories over him time and time again, I think Martin might have beat him too. But Martin and sizing, of course, is going to be an issue here. Martin stands tall in certain shots, and he crouches down. Same thing with Behrooz. He's a giant. He's like 5'11". That's giant in bodybuilding terms, by the way. Now I had to pad that up for sizing, because as we turn to the side, I can hear you guys now. But Marks Max, you now made Behrooz shorter than Martin? And GOODVito? Yeah, well, from the side, Behrooz, he crouches down. Now, what that does, I think he might be a little bit thinner. Much like, what's his name there, his buddy, Hattie Shupin, right? They're very thin, conditioned, as far as from the side is concerned, so they try to bow down a little bit. And what that does, he ends up looking bigger and thicker than Martin and GOODVito. So from the side also, kind of leaning towards Behrooz. This guy could, I don't know if he could win the Olympia. We already discussed that, but he could slip into the first call out. Of course, if you're talking to Milos Sarcev, he revealed that he thinks he could win the Olympia. Here's the side tricep, and I have to say, folks, in a couple of shots where Behrooz, he might not be the strongest in those shots, the side chest and the side tricep itself, he is defeating the other two gentlemen. I think that we are used to comparing him with Samson Dauda, the best of the best, your Nick Walkers. I mean, the top flight guys, I could see Behrooz losing to them. But these two Buckinghams, Martin Fitzwater, keep in mind, you Martinites, if he does bring his last year's Olympia package, could be a little bit of a different story. But I think I've seen comparisons with that version. Hey, your best bet is that Martin's going to look like this, right? Could be his last, just like his last comparison. Either way, folks, coming out of the front, coming out of the side, Behrooz is the man. Now go to the back. Of course, you fucking size police will be all over this one. Martin's shorter, one pitcher, and then he's taller. Made him a little taller here, yeah. Back to back, they don't stand this like this. Martin's much shorter, but his legs are straighter. Behrooz, he does this frog position, as well as GOODVito, Vitaly Ugolnikov. GOODVito is in the conversation, folks. Lower half, not a huge fan of Behrooz. Big butterfly buttocks. It's overwhelming. Those glutes. Slightly unsymmetrical is the back. Could have a slight bout of scoliosis. Baby, please. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this is just how he's built. He's sure matching muscle for muscle with the other two guys, though. Keep in mind, he is a larger buck, and his back might not be bigger. It should be bigger. Good and detailed. Traps on Martin, pretty huge. I like that lower half on GOODVito. Telling you right now, not bad at all. So, this might be the weaker poses for Behrooz Tabani, but man, they're holding their own. Here is the back double by. And if you ask me, which some people do, some people don't, but if you do, I would suggest that Behrooz Tabani, he is winning on just the balance, upper and lower half. I mean, the lower half, I kind of like GOODVito, Vitaly Ugolnikov. But if you've ever seen him when he competes, he sits so low in these back shots. He's bending his knees. I don't know. And the back double by itself, the lat insertions kind of disappear. Not like that rear lat. The rear lat spread, very good shot, and he can utilize that lower half dominance. But in this one, kind of thinking Behrooz Tabani's beating him. But I don't know. Sizing is a little bit sporadic in this one. I'll be honest with you. Martin, not the best back double by. I think he could be in trouble come Olympia time. Everyone's talking Martin. He got fourth. He should have got even third. Putting the pressure on him. I don't know. He could have one of them nervous stomachs coming into the Olympia. And Behrooz Tabani, he's got an excited stomach. And speaking of the midsections, Behrooz Tabani, all the way, Louis. Remember that on Pumpin' Iron? All the way. He tells him you'll never get this chance again. The guy's in his early 20s. Matty. He'd had 100 more chances. For goodness sakes. He could have had another chance in 1980 to defeat Arnold. Matty Ferrigno. Wow. This GOODVito is no fool. I'm telling you right now, this guy could swipe both of these guys. Everyone's talking Martin. People are talking Behrooz. I think everyone should be talking GOODVito, Vitaly Ugolnikov. He gets a nice place at the Olympia, gets a nice prize money. Help him and his pretty little wife out there. She's kind of cute, don't you think? Well, I do. Here's the most muscular, for goodness sakes. Little too much foolishness sometimes in the videos, and I do apologize for that, unless you're into the foolishness. Now again, one final thought, Jerry's final thought on the sizing. It is a little bit sporadic because I think in all three cases, all these guys, they don't stand the exact same height in all their poses. For instance, Behrooz, he stands very tall in the front double. He stands very short in the side chest, and he actually, it doesn't look like it, but he crouches forward in this most muscular. Actually takes from his height, some of his height. GOODVito, he goes straight-legged in this. Oh, just endless. I mean, we'll see it. We'll see it. And if I'm wrong, well, I guess the three of them standing side by side will prove me wrong. But either way, Behrooz Tabani, he is running wild all over Martin Fitzwater. And GOODVito, I would suggest. Certain shots, GOODVito is very strong. Actually getting a victory over Martin Fitzwater. And overall, he might even be as well. So, using this, the Pittsburgh Pro. Did I say Detroit Pro earlier? It's Pittsburgh Pro for Martin. Not the best version. If he looks like this come Olympia time, he could very well lose to these guys. I think I have him losing to them both. And I have Behrooz. Not GOODVito, I have Behrooz leading the charge. He could get 5th at the Olympia. Could get 4th. You never know. It could happen to you. Have a great one, folks.